we're back. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I decided to hop back on YouTube just real quick. So today I'm be doing a Q&A. If you don't know, my name is Alyssa Anaya, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this Q&A real quick for you guys, highly requested, just to give y'all like an update on like, you know, what's been going on in my life and stuff. Let's go ahead and get into it. But before we start this video, I'm gonna need everyone to please go like this video for me and go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I asked on Instagram a couple questions. Are you single?
That's actually an interesting question. You actually won't believe me, but I'm gonna tell you anyways.
I'm technically single. Technically. We're not gonna speak too much on that. Why did I move back from LA? Did you not like it? So basically back in 2020 I moved to LA. Honestly, it just wasn't my speed, like, if I'm being honest. Like, and then also like I moved in the middle of a pandemic, so I feel like that kind of had a lot to do with it. And it's crazy because like all the adults in my life were telling me like, why are you moving in the middle of COVID? But I'm hard-headed and I don't listen to nobody, and I'm the type of person like, if I want to do something, I gotta figure it out on my own. I just don't listen to other people. I didn't really like it, and then I'm not gonna lie, like I just really didn't have a good time while I was living there. And it was just like a lot of things. Like my grandma was really sick and she was declining like really fast. That's something I never really got to share with y'all. People who know me know, like my real friends know, I lived with my grandmother my whole entire life. So she had been sick for a while, but it's just like this time like something had told me. And it's crazy because when I was living there I was so unhappy. Like I used to pray every day. Like I used to literally get on my knees on the edge of my bed and pray. And something just told me like she was not gonna get better and I needed to move back to Houston to be with her. When I ended up moving back, she ended up passing away 3 weeks later. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm so glad I did what I did, because I would have felt really bad if I didn't get to spend that time with her. At the time I was doing facials in LA, and it was just like really slow out there because of COVID, because like their restrictions are a lot higher. Business was slow. It was really hard to get a second job, and like, you know, like in order for you to be making money, you had to be making more than you're spending, and I just wasn't. I'm the type of person like I go where the money goes. Everyone knows I'm a hustler. Like all my clientele's in Houston, and literally when I had moved back to Houston, I was booked like up, like super booked up. Like I was literally like working 2 jobs. Like I was like, I'm gonna get me some money. Like I was so excited to like work. Not working felt so weird to me, like not being busy. Like I'm a workaholic. If you know me, you know I like to make some money. I started a business. I graduated from aesthetic school in March of 2020, licensed esthetician. I initially went to esthetician school for my makeup because I was doing makeup. The OG followers know Alyssa Anaya MUA. Like when my YouTube intro used to be Alyssa Anaya MUA. I have been doing makeup all through high school. That's why I went to esthetician school, so I could just be more of like a professional look. But when I ended up going to esthetician school, I ended up falling in love more with facials than I did with the makeup, and I completely dropped the makeup. I love doing facials, and I ended up opening my own aesthetics business. Was doing numbers. I love it. I'm going to be actually opening my business back up in January. I had stopped because I had got back into bottle girling. I ended up getting a new suite, and right before I got the new suite, that's when I had booked my surgery. I didn't want to keep like reopening and closing and reopening and closing, so I just was like, I'm gonna just stay closed until I have all my ducks in a row. Everyone knows I'm a perfectionist. I don't like doing half-ass shit. That's exactly why I'm doing YouTube now, and I took a break. Next question, did I get a BBL? Yes, I got a BBL back in August of this year. I'm gonna be releasing a separate video on the BBL because I'm gonna be giving the girls all the details, how much it was, where I went, what doctor I went to, recovery home. I vlogged the entire thing. I'll give y'all like a little like sneak of like the vlogs I was doing. I was vlogging on my phone when I was like getting surgery. I'll just show y'all like a little bit. Look, like this was the recovery home. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but like that's just a little bit of it. I'm not gonna do too much because it's gonna be on a whole separate vlog. Next question, how did I join selective group and was it hard? A lot of people know, a lot of people don't know. I'm a bottle girl. I'm a bottle girl for one of the #1 promo teams in Houston called Selective Group. I joined Selective Group back in 2019 before it was even called Selective Group, but it was kind of like on accident because at the time I was going to esthetician school, so I was bartending at that time, but I was only bartending on my days off because I was in school full time. So my best friend was like, hey, I'm about to start working at this club on Tuesdays, and they were like night shifts, like 10 p.m. to like 2 a.m. So she was like, you want to come? I was like, okay. And so I went and I ended up started working for Selective Group, and this was before it was called Selective Group. I worked there for about November, December, January, February, March, April, for like 6 months. We had closed down in February during like once the COVID stuff started. February through, when's Memorial Day? May? We weren't open, and I remember I was about to move to LA. I had quit because I was like, I'm moving to LA, like I don't, like, you know. And I hadn't really been working that much. Like it was only 2 days a week. I wasn't really ever like booking tables and stuff. It was really like my first real bottle girl job. I cared, but it was just like extra money on the side to me. I quit, and then when I had moved back to Houston in 2021, like later on, literally Memorial Day weekend 2021, I texted my old boss and I was like, hey, I was like, can I talk to you? Like I want to talk to you. She was like, what's up, babe? And I was like, can I get a job? Like I'm ready to work. Because at the time I was bartending. When I moved back, I was bartending and doing my facials. I wanted a job to where it was like I had to work less and I can make more money. That way I could focus on my aesthetics more. That was my goal. The old job I was working at, it was like 4 or 5 days a week. It was actually an actual like a corporation, like working for a corporation, like a Twin Peaks Bombshells type of thing. You have a lot of shifts, and like with bottle girling, we only had 2-3 shifts. The shifts are shorter. I'm gonna be able to make more money and put more time into my business. So that's why I did that. Honestly, joining Selective Group was super easy for me back in the day. It had just started. It hadn't even really became what it is now. To all the girlies who do want to join Selective Group, I would say follow our Instagram page. Keep your notifications on. We have casting calls. Someone asked me what's the best place to buy wigs from. A lot of the wigs I've been wearing recently are sent to me from companies. This particular wig is a really good black wig. It's from Wiggins. It's for promo. But I actually really like this wig. If I purchase hair myself, I'm gonna every time go through my hairstylist. I'm her brand ambassador, and I actually really do like her hair a lot. Even when she doesn't have hair on hand, which she does. It's Maya's Dollhouse. I'm gonna link it down below. This is her Instagram. Put it right here. She referred me to this one hair place, like hair on hand, and they have good hair. How do I feel about being cool with an ex? Honestly, I'm not really cool with any of my exes, and it's not to say that I'm like a bitter person, but it's just like I don't like when people try and play me. I don't like when people think they could like play on my top. I take disrespect very heavily. Disrespect is like the #1 thing that I hate. What's the dating scene like in Houston?
Child. Anyway, so
it's very sparse. I don't want to sound like I hate men because there are good guys out there, but I feel like you really just gotta like figure people out. You're gonna definitely kiss a couple frogs before you find someone who is actually cool. A lot of guys out here are weird. I grew up here. It's also really hard to find someone who's like not for everybody. I feel like once you lock in with that one person that you know you can count on, but I feel like also like people have been with people, like, you know what I mean? You're not gonna just find a fucking golden egg unless he comes from somewhere else. The dating scene sucks. There's not a lot to pick from, so find you a good one and stick with it. How many times do you get your hair done? I get my hair done at least every week or every 5 days. I either get a touch-up or a reinstall or install, but I'm gonna take a break from my wigs after Christmas because my head needs to breathe. Talk about friendships, like how do you know when your friend secretly hates you? I feel like that's a hot topic right now. I feel like you know your friends being weird. Like I don't like shit like that. I don't like feeling like I'm being pinned against my friends. I feel like that's such a shitty ass feeling. You know, it'd be like little small things, like when y'all talk about something and like she'll just like disagree or like blow it off. You kind of feel like they're competing with you. They're kind of mimicking the things that you do. They don't show up for you whenever you do accomplish something. They kind of just make you kind of feel a little. I don't really like having those type of people around me, so when I do find out I have someone around me like that, I immediately remove them from my life because I don't need ojo. How to heal from a breakup. Block them on everything. I feel like to heal from a breakup, and mind you, I've been single for a while now. Like, I've been single for over a year now. It'll be 2 years in April. To heal, like me, like I feel like now I'm a healed woman, and I can like confidently say that. But that shit's not easy. Like, you go through a lot of phases. It's easier when you're the one that leaves, but then it's kind of not, because how to heal, you have to literally like be to yourself. You have to figure out what you like and what you don't like. You have to figure out like your own mistakes, not letting people like fuck you over. Basically, you have to block them on everything. I feel like that's the only way you can get over someone. I feel like out of sight, out of mind. I don't see you, I'm not thinking about you, so I'm gonna block you on everything, and I'm gonna act like you don't exist. You have to keep yourself busy. You need to like hang out with your friends. You need to pick up a hobby, work. Like, I remember when I was a lot younger and I was going through a breakup, I would pick up shifts at work. I can't just like sit in my thoughts. And like, to help heal, you have to like get your mind off of things. I remember I would work like 5 days a week, 6 days a week, because you're at work, you're working, you're not thinking about that shit. Your mind is like at work, and then you're making money. I might be sad, but at least I got money though. To heal, my friends definitely helped a lot. If I didn't have my best friends, it just would have been way harder. I really do love my friends, especially my best friend. She's seen me through every stage of my life. She has helped me so much. When you were younger, what did you dream of being your career as? When I was younger, I just always knew I didn't want to be regular. I always knew that, and I still believe that. I always thought outside the box. The cookie cutter home, 2-story, 9 to 5, like that never appealed to me. That shit sounds depressing. It's not to say like people who got it, like, you know, you should be sad. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying for me, like, that's never what I envisioned for myself. I had to have like a deep talk with my mom about that a couple years ago. Your reality and my reality is not the same. Ever since I was younger, she'd always be like, you live like you're Beyonce, or like you're a Kardashian, like you don't think like regular. Like, I remember my first car, I wanted a Mercedes, and she was like, you're insane. And guess what I have now? I have one. I just always knew during my childhood and like growing up, I didn't want a regular life, and I still don't believe that I'm gonna have one. Who's your doctor? It's gonna be in a separate video. I'm not leading you guys astray. What do you average in tips each night? Okay, so I usually only work 3 days a week because that's the shifts that we have. 2 things I don't ever talk about to the public, and these are just 2 things that I stand very firm on. I do not talk about my finances, and I don't talk about where I live, anything that has to do with that. I just don't. People are weird. People try to hurt you. People are crazy. Social media is crazy. You know, people like end up finding out people work or people live and stuff through social media. That's just 2 things I just don't talk about, especially the money. I just feel like that's very distasteful, and I don't like people counting my pockets. I don't count people's pockets. I never have. That's just 2 things I don't talk about. Let's see. This one girl said the recipe to your mom's peach cobbler, because ain't no way you this stunning. Sophia Mercedes told me that. That was so cute. Everyone keeps calling me. Hello? I'm filming, so I'm gonna call you back when mom's done. Alright. So that concludes my Q&A. If y'all want me to answer any other questions, or you want me to do like a scandalous Q&A, if there's anything you felt like you missed out on, or you want to know, or you want to know my opinion, or whatever it is, just go ahead and comment the questions down below for me. I definitely will do another one if that's something that you guys are interested in. Make sure you guys don't forget to like this video, comment, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I can't wait to upload more videos, because that's definitely something that I want to do. I have a lot of ideas and videos coming up for you guys. I definitely am gonna post the BBL vlog, because that's the most highly requested video ever, and I get questions about that shit all the time. And I know when I got my surgery, I was looking at so many videos, and I want to be able to help someone out there on their decision to make them feel more comfortable. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little video, just a quick little teaser. Thanks for watching. Bye. That was so fucking gay. Oh my god. Thanks for watching, y'all. That's it. Cut the cameras.
To tell the people out there that thank you for supporting me, and if you don't, suck my dick.